like an actual work meeting.
Work meeting, late one.
Yeah. Why do you do this, Mark? You absolute knob. You're like Mark is the new Stew. That should be the new show on Netflix.
Mark is the new Stew.
Yeah, it's like Orange is the New Black, but not derogatory towards Mark. Love you, Stew, if you're watching. Because you're no longer invited on our show. Go on, Chandler.
Welcome to Vape Talk UK, episode 146. And we're aptly called Vaguely Vape Talk tonight.
Hey.
Sorry, Chandler. I've stolen your intellectual property. Does that make me a cunt?
Only vaguely.
I'm also looking at the little Hitlers that are moderating your group now.
I know, it's scary. It's a real scary feeling. They all got together and they've made a pin. You know the pinned post that goes at the top. It's got a pinned post with rules and everything. And all of a sudden, what was a group that I kind of started for a bit of a laugh has suddenly gone really professional, and I'm like, oh, this is really weird. But they're doing a great job.
You have to like Zig Hail or something.
Yeah.
They like our badger.
Badger.
They'll be really good, and then all of a sudden they'll just disappear.
I know. What's with that? Badge.
Do we have badge?
Oi.
he's been invited on to do a show with a geezer called Bodger. So he's not interested anymore.
Does he have to take back?
Is Badger in chat? I can't.
I don't think he bothers anymore.
No, we're not good enough for him.
He's here. He's here. He's here.
Ah.
Oh, I don't feel bad at all.
You don't feel bad at all. You don't care, do you?
What's been going on, Badge? Tell us about it, right? We just feel like we've lost a part of our soul.
Oh.
Our soul.
Our soul.
Our soul. We've just lost an arsehole.
They twisted that, Badger.
Yeah, but still, it's funny.
Where's Stu? That's how long Badger's not been on watch the show for. He's like, where's Stu?
Don't make Hitler jokes. My granddad died in a POW camp during World. Fell out of a watchtower. Isn't that a magazine that they try and sell on your doorstep?
No, Watchtower magazine. Watchtower magazine is the one that Jehovah's Witnesses give out on your doorstep.
Ah. And also, if he was in a watchtower, wouldn't that have made him one at guards?
Oh, all I've got in my head now is all along the watchtower.
Oh, man. Hey, should we get into handshakes? Because we're just waffling, which is good.
Yeah, guess what I'm vaping.
Go on, hang on. Let me guess. Is it by any chance a billet box?
Absolutely.
Hey, there you go.
There. Although I did get my prototypes in, I've just not bothered to show anyone yet. Well,
do you know what made me laugh, Chris, was the amount of free shit hunters that came out of the...
Oh, man, I had some right PMs that day.
I bet you did. They look bloody amazing from the photos that I've seen of them. They look really classy. I like them.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an experience. I stuck a battery in with a torn wrap.
Uh-oh.
And because a lot of them, they've got a bit of a sort of airspace around them. Do you know what I mean? A bit of a gap. Whereas it kind of gives you a bit of leeway with wraps being torn. Whereas mine, it just made direct contact and then started auto firing.
Oh shit!
And then I couldn't get it apart, so I threw it into the garden.
Wouldn't it have been easier to take the mod off the top, or was it getting too hot as it was firing? Not
To be
the mod, the
honest,
Yati off the top.
I was so unprepared for it to happen. I didn't even think. I was just like, well, fuck it, chucked it out in the garden.
Oh no! So have you got a grass damaged one now?
Grass? I haven't got grass, mate. I was fucking straight on concrete slabs.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oops.
Yeah,
Is it a little bit worse for wear?
Well, consider it was the only gunmetal sleeve I had.
Oh no!
Gutted, mate. But alas, we are okay. They've making me some more.
Hey.
More free shit.
Don't make up free shit. I fucking designed that.
I was going to say, he's paying for the bloody things. They wouldn't be making it if he wasn't paying them.
I just love watching Chris.
You're just watching Chris?
Yeah.
He's easily distracted today, isn't he?
I'm trying to sort of work out. I've got so much shit going on. Just talk amongst yourselves.
I said we just watch him, and then what we'll do, we'll sit at the foot of his bed and just watch him sleep.
Oh no, that is freaky. However, it will take me 5 hours to get to the foot of his bed.
His
By
bed's
the time I get there, he'll probably be waking up.
he might be a big fella, but his bed's not that big.
Hey, actually, you'd be surprised. I've got one of the massive beds from like the States. Like it's 8 foot wide, I think, by 7 foot long.
Bloody hell.
You'd fit in it.
And you flew that in from the States?
No, the bed company I bought it flew it from the States. Yeah.
Basically, it got flown in from the States to your room.
Well, I think it was actually custom made
Blimey.
to take American-sized mattresses.
And American-sized people.
Well, how you doing?
It sounds to me like you could probably get more than 2 in there.
Look it on, Chandler.
Me.
You.
Me. I've still got my work set up. So I've got my Lost Vape drone with the Cthulhu Gaia on the top, which I'm really liking. My only disgruntlement, I don't know. The only thing that I'm a bit worried about with it is that it's got a sticky outy pin at the bottom. You can't see it, can you? It just seems to me to be sticking out quite a bit.
It's hybrid safe.
You see?
There you go. Definitely hybrid safe. But it's got the screw thread goes right the way through the middle. And I think that is causing juice to start leaking inside my mod, which isn't pleasant.
I'm so sorry, Jimmy. I thought you were Kev Lester then on the little thumbnail. Do you get internet where you are?
Do I get internet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good night.
Is it powered by a potato?
It's all right. I lent Jimmy my potato.
Did you give Jimmy your old computer?
Yeah, I've given him my old potato internet.
No, it's got a lot of shit updating in the background.
Actually, Craig's right. You look like you're having a shit. He's in the bathroom on the toilet. Right, lads.
He's in the ensuite. Jimmy, you're in the ensuite, mate.
He's got a
That's in
laptop.
there. That's in there. Fuck off.
He's got a laptop with a fucking. Oh, for fuck's sake! This Apple mouse is pissing me off.
Yeah, they've only got one bloody button on them. I mean, you know.
Well, they're touch sensitive. So you can use 2 or 3 fingers. But yeah, no, he's got one of those little portable radiators with his laptop sitting on it while he has a shit.
What's wrong with that?
I think that's exactly what I do.
Exactly.
One of the ones on casters. Those little oil radiators.
Oil? Fuck me. It's not 1800s. It's an electric radiator that's like connected to the wall. You can just move it around.
Is that better?
Absolutely not.
No.
Oh.
Get a guest, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't.
They said.
Question from chat, Jimmy. Are you in a padded cell?
Or is that man?
There's protection on the walls.
Or is that a mattress against the wall?
That's the mattress.
What is up with... I can't believe you've had the cheek to laugh at Chandler's internet this time, because Chandler's has always been bad, but I never remember it being that bad.
To be fair, I've literally just switched the PC on. It's doing about 9 million updates in the background.
I've got no idea what he just said. I heard
something about turning this computer on 9 million updates, I think.
I heard background. That was it.
Yeah.
You really not him?
Honestly, it's terrible.
We can hear you. You are incredibly Doctor Who. Really.
So I'm fluent in Dalek.
Hang on, bear with me a second.
Got a bear with you?
Bear with it. Oh, that's even worse.
Sorry, what were you saying? Your pokey out hybrid.
Oh, was it? Oh yeah. It's got the thread to put it in. It always gets me those where the pins are a full, where the thread goes right the way through the squunk pin, because when you squeeze your juice up, obviously it can squirt out each side, and I'm starting to get juice leaking inside here, and I wonder whether it's because of that squunk pin. I don't know, but I haven't noticed it happening when I've been using my other squunk atties.
Could you get a replacement pin, or are they all like that?
I think they're all like that.
How is my voice level?
Cool, actually.
Is it all right?
Yeah, it's quite clear.
What, headset for the first time?
It's very good. You do look like you ought to be commenting on the NASCAR.
Who watches that? I actually saw a clip of NASCAR for the first time the other day, and I've only just realised that the whole film series of Cars are based on NASCAR racing.
Really?
I thought it was just a racetrack. Like, I didn't, like when you're doing the 1400 meters at school.
Oh no! It's a full on NASCAR track.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I watched it. I was like, wait a minute, this looks like Cars. I'm like, oh shit, that's what Cars is.
Oh my god, Lightning McQueen.
Oh, actually, the film came first. Then they started the car racing.
It's like, I'm nearly 28 years old, and I've only just realised that in Aladdin, he's saying "Open says me," not "Open sesame."
What?
Open says me.
Oh, wasn't that the joke that the genie did?
No, yeah, but you know where to open up that cave, he says "Open says me." I've always thought it was "Open sesame."
It's supposed to be. I thought it was as well, isn't it?
It's "Open says me," and I've only just worked it out at 27 years old.
Oh my god, I'm going to have to watch Aladdin now.
Don't tell me it's not already on your to-do list. Go on, Jim. Go on, Jim. Give us a rendition of "Do the Dalek Dance."
Do the Dalek Dance?
I don't know. I'm presuming there must be an 80s song called "Do the Dalek Dance" or something.
I was born in '86, you fucking fat dead end.
Hey,
your hairline says 76.
Yeah.
Can you remember Arnie and the Terminators?
Do I sound better now?
No,
Not really. If you click the settings wheel and see if you've got another audio input. You've got the most beautiful blue eyes, Jim. I've never told you that.
None think so.
Jimmy's looking a lot thinner. How are you feeling, Jimmy?
Fuck off.
Screw in the middle of the building deck. Dino's just told me to unscrew in the middle of the building deck.
Why
Is
is
that better?
That is much better. Fuck me. What were you?
Hey, it's
Did you
because
your mic was set
my
to
microphone
potato,
was
wasn't
coming
it?
through the camera rather than coming through the snowball.
Your mic was set to fucking potato, wasn't it?
The settings were set to the microphone up there, not the snowball. Sorry.
Sounds beautiful now, Jim. How you doing, mate?
Thanks, mate. Does it match my eyes? Cool.
Oh, it does.
So anyway,
How you doing?
how are we?
We're hunky dory, tickety boo. How are you, considering the state I know you were in yesterday?
Mate, don't even go there. It's a fucking good diet, though. For anybody who wants to lose a shitload of weight, have food poisoning. It's fucking awesome.
Or to lose a shitload of shit.
And if you know how to get it, if you want to know how to get it, just ask my missus to cook you dinner.
No, use fucking McDonald's at Great Yarmouth. It'll do it a fucking wonder.
Even is there food even classed as food that could give you food poisoning? Because
I don't know.
I think it's 84% plastic. I didn't realize that give you food poisoning. Don't get me wrong. I've eaten my 84% share of plastic.
I was going to say, you know, you must be like the expert on it. But...
I am a little bit.
This is the guy that I walked into McDonald's with, and we end up walking out with breakfast fucking cob things that are like that tall.
Don't know what a cob is, mate.
The staff are actually swearing at us because they couldn't wrap them up.
Oh yeah, I remember the discussion from before. Yeah, where you had like 9 bits of bacon and fucking 4 bits of sausage and 3 eggs in it.
I'm not sure what a cob is. So I'm not sure.
Muffin, I think he's on about, mate.
It's a muffin. Definitely a muffin. That's why they call it a McMuffin.
Yeah, but it's a Leicester thing, isn't it? It's a Leicestershire thing. The McCob.
The McCob, isn't it?
A McCob.
All you're gonna do is give me a croggy down the jitty and get me a cob. Get us a cob.
You want a croggy down your jitty?
I had one of them yesterday. That's how I lost so much weight.
Is a jitty like a jennel?
A jitty. A jitty is like a little...
An alleyway.
An alleyway, yeah.
It's a jennel.
Oh, what?
Oh, I thought that's where you got boats from.
It's an alley.
A general.
A jennel. No, Earl. It's jennel. If you're from Barnsley, it's a ginnel.
Is that like Barnsley?
Barnsley. And then you got a
gate.
And then you got to snick it.
I've not got to do anything, my friend. What else are you vaping on, for fuck's sake?
Oh yeah, fuck me, I forgot that bit. Yeah, Dino's just told me to try and screw in the screw in the middle. I tried that. I thought it was just for refilling. I thought that screw hole was just for refilling it when you were using it without the squonk pin. But I don't know.
Do you even vape, bro?
Do I even vape, bro? I am gonna fucking. Do you know what? I probably ought to actually. I've just kind of just built it as I thought. I probably ought to watch a building video and see if I'm doing it wrong. That might be a plan.
What cotton are you using?
What cotton? I'm not. Yeah, I'm using some Mystic cotton at the moment.
Are you not allowed to say?
Yeah, I've got some mystery cotton in there at the moment. Yeah, there you go. That's actually just as good as Tesco cotton balls, and I mean that as a compliment.
more to come about this when we're given the thumbs up.
Yeah.
You may mean it as a compliment. However, most people don't take it.
Well, yeah. I
mean, if you can count being kicked in the balls as a compliment.
Yes, the ball.
Yes, and I've got in here some of that. Some Cerberus bottle shot from Darkstar. And yes, Mr. Schwa, I am certainly not disappointed. That's bloody good stuff, though.
What's the profile on it?
It's vanilla cream custard. So yeah, it's just
better than that other shit custard.
Well, I don't know. Actually, it probably is. If I was given a choice at the moment, I'd go for that one. So,
you have been given a choice. They won't fucking let you back in the shop.
You've got to fill people in on this. You can't have inside jokes.
Yeah, you know that you know the Ambrosia Gate, where the Ambrosia custard that I got from Colonel Boom. I really like Ambrosia. I think it's a really nice, classy, smooth. Tastes like tinned custard, and I really like it. However, Jimmy thinks it tastes like shit.
It's not very nice, Jimmy.
So, yeah, but
It's truthful.
yeah. No, we mentioned this in the podcast, and Jimmy says, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it out to anyone who wants to try it. So far it's been round three people, 4 people, five is it now? You know, yeah, it's gone to 5 different people.
And how many of them agreed with you?
Half.
Someone says it tastes like water.
Try again. How many?
Well, one of them was a bit on the fence, so I was kind of taking that as a win. Okay, no one agreed with me. It's just me that likes it. So, but there you go. So that's I'm waiting for somebody to actually. Somebody must like ambrosia. Someone. It doesn't taste like bloody water.
I was going to say, it depends if it actually tastes like ambrosia. Because I like ambrosia, but if it tastes like piss, then it's not going to taste like ambrosia, is it?
Look, I'll tell you what, Chris, I'm going to send you a bottle. How's that?
Please don't.
There's a threat.
No?
You're threatening me. Save your money, mate. Honestly. Even if it was something I enjoyed, I wouldn't use it, because all I do is... all I vape is salt, so.
Oh, okay. All right then.
Although I appreciate the sentiment.
So I'm vainly trying to find a ambrosia supporter, so a fellow ambrosia fan. But
what you can send me though is that
Yeah.
playing card box that you've got.
well, oh shit, I'll put it away. This one.
Yep.
It's nice, isn't it?
It'd be better if it was in my collection.
It was actually broken, and I fixed it. So I remember getting it. I remember getting it cheap because the hinge had broken, and I fixed it. It's got a nice
even
brass
worse.
inlay on the top.
It's even worse. You got it cheap, and you still won't send me, bastard.
It's mine.
I like free shit.
Yeah, so I've heard. So yeah, right. I've got. Here's my next one. Noisy cricket. Suck my mod. Watofo on the front. Have you noticed that I'm very samey with my hand checks? No, I've got something different in here. I've got some homebrew, and I don't know whether you'll be able to read the label.
Oh, offended by
offenders.
Oh,
is it?
It is. Yeah. Okay. It's not offended by. It is almost. It is almost.
Isn't this good? Because I know all the backstory.
Yeah. All right. Smart ass. Yeah.
Can I just say, Jimmy, I hope this isn't a ploy for you to muscle in on Vape Talk like you did the Vaping related podcast.
I was asked to join the show.
Why wasn't we asked, Chandler, you wanker?
Because you're fucking useless.
Can't dispute that, can I?
Don't say things like that when I've got a mouthful of juice.
When you got a mouthful, eh?
Yeah, no, this is Offended by Fenders, which is Vaping Biker. It's a recipe by the Vaping Biker that he's put online. And
is it Malaysian by any chance?
Was it Malaysian?
Was it a Vaping Biker gate that you said last week? Some Malaysian company had set up a company in his name.
No, yeah, no, I didn't get it off there. No. It was literally a recipe, and I bought all the ingredients to make the recipe, mixed it all up, and then realised one of the bottles was RY4, and it should have been RY4 double in the recipe. So that is actually Offended by Fenders, but it's got RY4 in it instead of RY4 double. However, I have mixed up another bottle that is proper RY4. Full 200 ml. Yay. That'll keep me going. It's really nice, actually. When you look at the recipe, it sounds really weird because it's got butter toffee in it. It's got vanilla bean, Inawera biscuit, and RY4 double. And it sounds like a weird combination, but it really works.
It's effectively a tobacco base then.
It's but when you look at it, the concentration is one of the RY4 is one of the most of the ingredients that's in it. However, I haven't tried that. I've only tried a little bit of this one. This one's not steeped enough yet. But the RY4 is not overpowering in that one. Maybe it will be in the one with the RY4 double. But
the RY4 double's just sweeter, isn't it?
Is it? Honestly, I don't know the difference other than I ordered it and they sent me the wrong one. And Darkstar were great. As soon as I messaged them and said, "Is this the right bottle?" They went, "No," and sent me the right one. So yeah, I like Darkstar. Great customer service. But yeah, so that is actually really nice. It's a very caramelly flavour with just a hint of biscuit on it. It's very nice. So there you go. That's me. Oh no, except for the fact, where have I put it down? Oh yeah, and I've always got this at the side.
Yeah.
Thanks, Craig. And in there, I've got Yogi at 12 milligram, 50/50. I mixed some up, so that's strawberry yogurt.
Have you tried Matabubu?
Have I tried what?
Matabubu.
What's that? Is that Yogi Bear's buddy?
You're supposed to say, "What's the Matabubu?"
What's the Matabubu?
Nothing, Yogi.
Okay. Yeah, I messed that one up, didn't I? Really?
You're fucking useless, mate.
Sorry.
Can't even make dad jokes properly.
Okay.
Who likes my awesome Star Wars Bohemian Rhapsody t-shirt?
We can't. Oh, hang on.
I'm not a Star Wars fan. Sorry.
Oh, well, that's cool. It's got Darth Vader at the top.
Yeah, man.
I like that one. It's got Darth Maul on it though.
Oh no, unfortunately.
This means nothing to me.
Darth Maul, the most requested kids face paint, and every face painter who does it goes, "You sure?"
Why are you big in the face painting community or?
No, not really. But how many kids do you remember seeing with kind of?
He's got quite a big face.
I don't really hang around with kids, mate. If I'm honest.
When you say hang around.
Yeah, why does that sound like so wrong?
Yes, it's true. Jimmy, have you not had your router nicked where you live?
No, mate. Why?
Wondered.
Go on, Jimmy. What are you vaping on then, mate?
Just pikeys, is it?
Vape Talk UK does not have any issue with the traveller community. Full disclosure.
Hang on. Vic.
Don't say his name 3 times. Tell up in the mirror behind you.
What am I vaping?
Like Jimmy's wasn't quite sure what that was.
It's an outburst. That's what it is.
I just thought Mark was letting on to our secrets just then.
Not at all.
What am I vaping on? I am currently vaping on a new toy that I received today. It's an old toy, but it's a new toy to me. It is my Eddie May. It is a Darwin mod. Original 3D printed. That was sent to me by Ian Schwar.
Wow.
Haha. Along with the Wood Tofu Serpent BF.
That was
a lovely little orange drip tip.
Yeah, that was worth having the shits for, wasn't it?
Pity present.
Actually, this was sent before I had the squid. It just happened to arrive at the same time that it was all going on. But yeah, I'm vaping on that.
Can I just ask, why does Jimmy and Chandler have a full beard between them?
Jimmy needs. I think Jimmy, you need to grow the sides to go with it, and just leave that big gap down.
Mark, you grow the mutton chops, and you can have a full set between you.
There's a reason behind this, but you don't want to mention it on this show.
Go on. All adults here, Jimmy.
This is the iOS beard.
Inland
This was
Revenue
chosen
Service.
by the members of the Ideal Home Show.
Oh, the
As to-
IOS. I thought you said IRS. I'm like the Inland Revenue Service. What have they got to do with your
I
beard?
get 25% off my tax by having this.
Yeah. So they call it a soul
That
patch,
being
don't
like punishments for not paying enough tax.
they? They call that a soul patch, don't they?
The soul patch is more all the way around.
Oh, I thought it was a goatee.
No, a goatee is longer down here. A goatee is pretty much what Chandler's got when it grew out and grew nice and long. What you've got is more half yeti.
Neck
they call
beard.
Neck beard.
It is just
Keeps them chin covered.
Chandler's gone from goatee to Billy Goat's gruff. he looks like a little Billy Goat at the farm.
The Billy Goat gone.
Yeah, Billy Goat gone home.
Anyway, second thing I'm vaping on is my Dacus Squonking Flask with the Berserker RDA on top and my special little drip tip.
little. You sound like Chandler.
Well, what's this? What's Chandler holding up? Oh,
Well,
don't look. Dacus made me sad. He promised me about
It's
a
in
week
Berserker.
after Expo. Dacus promised me first dibs out of the next run of Squonkers he made, and he never got back in contact. And I didn't contact him because I didn't want to hassle him, and he didn't contact because he didn't care.
That's true.
He is. And I'm sad because everyone's got one, and now I want one. I can't afford it.
Well, I've had this since Fest. This was he'd only ever made 3 Squonking Flasks. There was the prototype, and then there was this one which he made, and then someone else saw these and mine and the one that Ian Schwar owns and decided they wanted one. So,
We've got a 2700 question. Anyone recommend a 2700 Mac? Give the Vulcan a try.
yeah, I'd give the Vulcan a try. I've got my Vulcan downstairs.
But my missus has tidied it away. It's around here somewhere. It's,
And-
probably,
and with-
it's probably in a drawer.
With the Alpha Atty as well.
Yeah, get the optional squonk pin as well, because then you can put it on a squonker as well. Squonks up really well. Not that I've
It
tried
does.
one.
Mine's on my Bonner downstairs. I haven't brought the Bonner up with me because, don't want to upset Chandler too much. And I have my VBRM as per the norm.
I had one of those.
I had one of those.
I heard you had one. Yeah, what's happened to it?
It got stolen.
It got.
Mine's got some funky things written all over it though.
Oi,
What?
oi, take that away.
You've not shown us that before, Chandler.
It's got that on it.
Wait, what's that? I can't miss that. I had one, but mine was stolen by the local DPD driver.
Was it?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, that's the cunt.
And in that I've got. Oh, sorry, I didn't even tell you what juices are in it. That one's got Pancake Man in it. No, French Dude Deluxe in it.
But
This one,
people still vape that shit.
the French Dude Deluxe. Yeah, I do.
Oh,
To be fair, I'm having to be very careful on what I'm vaping at the moment because of what happened at the weekend. I'm a bit.
you don't want anything acidic to come out. Actually, talking of strange juices, have any of you seen Nasty Juice Bronze, Silver, and Gold?
Yes.
Yes.
Apparently, it's quite good.
What flavors are they?
Tobaccos.
Tobacco.
Oh right, okay.
Strangely, Nasty Juice are bringing out tobacco flavour juices. Don't know why.
And it's it looks like a bottle of Paco Rabanne.
It does a bit.
I've not actually tried it. I saw it on a shelf in the local shop, and it's like, oh, they're really good. I'm like, are they? Good. Enjoy them, mate.
I've tried the gold and the silver, but that's because the guy in the local vape shop, the owner, vapes nothing but tobaccos.
All right.
And I've tried his. Yeah, they're all right. They're all right. So yeah, I got that with Psycho Bunny well baked in it with the deeper on top. And the last thing is my Nick Salts Himal Exotic Blackout.
What salts
Just
you
got
using?
top. Sorry.
What salts are you using?
Dr. Salt's. Well, it's lick juice, but it's from Dr. Salt. There's the company called
strength
Lick.
is it?
LIK 20 milligram.
Girls.
20 milligram Nick salts. Oh well, it's TBD, isn't it?
What people seem to forget, right? It's not illegal to import liquid into the country. It's illegal to sell it in the country. So you can buy it abroad.
But I like the Lick flavour of juices. Now, Lick, because they are made by Dr. Salts, or they're made in the same laboratory as Dr. Salts,
In the UK.
they are only 20 milligrams.
Yeah, they only make it in 20.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, they've got 3 really good flavours in that range. This one's a lemon dip dab, lemon sherbet dip dab.
All right. I've got something in my eye. I'm sorry, guys. It's fucking.
It's all right.
It's your fist.
By the way, Jimmy, I've just just been chatting to Mr. Schwa, and he said, Mr. Schwa, he said he sent you the Darwin mud, but apparently he's kept the nice one for himself. Look.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, as soon as Jimmy mentioned that Ian had sent something out to him, Chadden was straight in his inbox, like, what are you sending out?
I'll be getting this one tomorrow. So
that's cool.
Ian, send me some stuff, mate. I like free stuff.
No, you don't need to speak to Ian about it. Everyone else will send you stuff. If you just get in Chandler's little hot list, it's fine.
Yeah.
The amount of people who are sending him shit at the minute is unreal.
I might just put hashtag free shit, hashtag VVRP.
To be fair, Ian Schwartz sent me the mother load of all fucking stainless steel wire as well. There's every gauge in there of round wire.
You on round wire?
Who's eating tea?
He
sent it all to me, and I'm gonna 316, awesome. And I'm gonna have a play.
You need to get yourself a Daedalus, mate.
Oh, he's actually in the kit. There was in the stuff he sent me. There was some. It says aliens, but it's actually Flapton. Stainless steel Flapton.
Okay, what's the difference between an alien and a Flapton?
Flapton is flat Clapton, and an alien is wiggly across it.
Oh, got you.
What's who's having a tea? Because all I can hear is a fork on a plate, and it's grinding my gears.
No.
Was it this?
Oh, it might have been, yeah. I fucking do my head in. I'm sitting there thinking.
This is the problem.
No, it's not. It's Chandler. Are you drumming on the table or something?
Nope. Maybe.
You all right? Yeah. That's what it is.
I'll stop drumming on the table.
There's no one trying to wind you up in here, Chris. Honest.
So yeah,
not intentionally.
I'm only here for till 9 o'clock, guys. So I'm going to introduce a little section that we're going to be introducing every week.
Has everyone done their hand checks now? Have they?
No,
but I want to introduce it before I go. Well, go on, Mark. What are you vaping on, Mark? Fuck's sake.
I'm not sure.
What are you vaping on, mate?
I'm not sure I want to share anymore.
Oh, go on.
Has Chris done it?
Have you got a Molly by any chance?
Me?
I bet he's got that bit of wood.
Actually, got a Molly sat in
Nautilus on top of it.
But
bit of wood with Nautilus on top of it, and V4 spearmint, and probably some kind of tube.
No.
Fucking hell.
I'm going to be different this week.
Oh, yeah?
Come on.
I've been a bit of a tank wanker.
Oh, yeah, that swipey shit thing with a tank on top.
Swipey shit thing.
Oh, yeah, it's a swipey shit thing.
With...
What's that?
10 points.
Hurricane Junior.
There we go.
Full size.
Ooh.
Can't tell. He was a bit out of focus.
I've forgotten how much I love the Hurricane Junior.
Oh, it's a Junior.
And on that, bottle of Oliver's Twist from Boom.
Boom! Old school bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found about
Do you know where that's made?
King's Lynn.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not. It's made in March, isn't it? Or Wisby?
No, it was made in King's Lynn.
Oh, it was made in King's Lynn.
Yeah.
I found about 40 bottles of Keybury.
I used to deliver all the labels to the guy because one of the guys actually lives in Wisbech.
Yeah, I know he does. Yeah, he's a good pal. Oh, here we go. This stuff's got best
That's
before.
how you know Wisbech then.
No, actually, when I was younger, I had a friend whose girlfriend's family lived in Wisbech, and went and stayed there for a weekend. And I got held at knife point from a trainer's, or the equivalent. Yeah, I also know it for him as well. Yeah, this stuff went out of date in October 17, but fuck it.
That'd be alright.
Yeah, man. But yeah,
Mine was October 16.
oh,
Bloody
Trump
hell.
me.
Oh,
I actually got a bit of a reaction to lizard's tears. So I've got a bot. Yeah, for some reason it really just played havoc with me, and I loved it as well. The flavour was amazing, but it was something wrong with me, I suppose. I've got a bottle here that's so old the label's fallen off.
Look at the colour of it.
Yeah, and look, this.
oh my god, it's black.
This is from 2013 or 2014. This bottle.
Jeez.
You know,
I kept like smelling it.
the first juice that ever like properly hit the craving and got me completely off the fags was Oliver Twist.
Oliver Twist was one of the newer ones, like from the stuff I was getting from him.
2015,
I think.
Yeah, 2015.
Because they had that Monkey Dreams that come out at the same time, or whatever it was. Yeah.
Then the last lot he did was the Sub-Zero and that sort of stuff. So
Yeah, Sub-Zero, Keyberry, and something else.
Apple Delight.
Apple Delight, that's it. Yeah, fucking top geezers, them too. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Virgo's about 4'1", so he's only half a geezer, but Steve makes up for it.
Yeah, well, he's now got a bubblegum line, hasn't he?
Oh, mate, I fucking love that shit. I found this when I was sorting out my cupboard the other day. Look at them bad boys. Yeah, I've still got a load of bottles like steeping.
God.
Honestly, I've got some juice in here that fucking. Oh, look, here we go. Let's have a look at some of these. So this is Crucial Vapors with a printed sticker on it that says best before 29th of April 2015. Oh, but that's a bit fucking steep, isn't it? What's this one? Mango Kulfi. Born on 14th of the 2nd, 2015. I keep all the old stuff that I really like that I never vape anymore, just for memory's sake. Is that all you're vaping on, Mark?
That's all I'm vaping on. Yeah, Chris, the platform's all yours now.
Is it? Oh, I'll show you this actually while I'm here. This is fucking old. Some French liquid by a company called Think that comes in ink wells.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, ink
I
bottles.
like that.
And then you get a little pipette with it to stick it in a bottle.
I'm sure I've got a bottle of Red Astaire somewhere.
I used to concentrate. Do you remember this? Do any of you remember this? Fucking hell. Moe's Potions.
No.
Fuck me, this was old. Oh, God. I love this shit as well. So nice. Anyway, yeah, so we've decided as a little collective team, we're going to introduce a little review section on the show. So we're going to take a product, each of us, whether it's a juice line and we have one each, or if it's a device and we have one each, and we're going to document our own opinions, and then for half an hour at some point in the show, 20 minutes, we're all going to converge and give out that information. So yeah, that's going to be something to look forward to. It'd be interesting. We're all opinionated arseholes, so it's, you know, there's bound to be one good out of three good reviews.
Chandler, he'll like it.
Exactly what I said. What did I say earlier? I'll hate it. Chandler will love it, and Chris won't give a shit
Because it's free.
I'm hearing voices in my head.
That'll be us.
Who said something about being hungry?
No.
Honestly, I am fucking.
Are you picking up the local like taxi?
I don't know.
Taxi signals on those headphones. Of yours?
I think that's what the scraping is. I think I'm actually hearing someone else's audio. You just said, "Oh, I'm feeling quite hungry" in an American accent.
Well, they Bluetooth only works for up to like 10 meters.
Are we bleeding over into some cookery live feed on Facebook somewhere? Perhaps that could be interesting.
I don't even know what the fuck's going on here, but I'm literally hearing someone else's audio.
I think you got it on YouTube, mate.
I haven't. YouTube's not on.
You're watching some advert.
Honestly, I have no idea what's going on, but it's not.
There's nothing. There's no advert or anything in a browser that you've got open or anything.
I don't think the viewers know what the fuck's going on, but you know.
That's a usual state of affairs. To be fair.
True.
But yeah, so we're gonna start putting our opinion, because before, if we bought a product we thought it was shit, like say for instance, it happened with me and Mark quite a lot where we're both looking forward to something, so we'll just buy it and we both think it's shit. We just don't mention it on the show. Whereas realistically, we'll just do it like a little review.
It's good to get your opinion out there.
Well, no one's interested in my opinion, but Mark and Chandler might have something that people listen to.
Yeah,
I genuinely don't. I've literally, I do. Sorry, in chat they're saying, if you've got another window, I genuinely don't have another window open. I've got.
Can you open one then, please?
I've got Facebook.
Jump. No, we found that people quite enjoy the our opinions on juices. We do a juice of the week on the Vaguely Vaping related podcast. Don't know if you've heard of it.
Did you not read the pinned post before you came in that says no?
I didn't read anything.
No advertising of any other groups on.
I was advertising a group. I was advertising a podcast.
Yeah, I've heard it's quite a good podcast. To be fair,
I heard it used to be, and then it went into like a twosome.
Yeah, a little bit downhill since then. Maybe, I don't know.
Not what the figures say.
Oh dear. Yeah. So yeah, no, we do do the juice of the week, which again is where the ambrosia came from. But yeah, getting some reviews in and getting some opinions, and it's good to have different opinions. Again, with the juice reviews, me and Jimmy have widely differing tastes, as can be proven.
I think it's quite a good idea, if I'm honest. Whenever I'm looking to buy a new bit of kit or something new comes on the market, I tend to look at 2 or 3 YouTube reviewers. So if you've got 3 people with differing opinions sat talking to you about the product, then you know you don't have to go looking for different videos. You've got it all there in one place. I think that's not a bad idea, if I'm honest. Who thought of that? Not Chandler.
No, wasn't me.
We don't hear from Chandler until about 10 to 8 on a Tuesday.
Yeah, that's it. Me and Mark, we sit down on video chat and painstakingly plan these shows. Chandler comes in like a storm in a teacup and fucks everything up.
Pretty much.
We are almost prepared. Then Chandler comes in, throws a spanner in the works, and we have no idea what the fuck we're doing with ourselves.
You're preaching to the converted, dude. It's fine.
So, I wanted to bring up something this evening, and it was, I'm not going to take credit for this. I saw it on somebody else's post earlier, and I think he's actually been in chat the past couple of weeks, but I've not seen him pop up yet. What is acceptable to call e-liquid?
Wait, I'll tell you what's not acceptable: to get phone calls at 10 to 9 from Nigeria.
What?
Who answered it live?
You should answer it live.
I didn't know. I missed it. It was
who's calling you from Nigeria? Who do you know from Nigeria?
It's like I know people in Nigeria.
That Prince, isn't it, with £1 million for you?
Ah.
Or is it that? Is it that
account number?
Is it that bride that you ordered over Tinterweb?
She was Thai.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, that should be a rule on the show. If your phone goes off during the live show, you have to answer it on speakerphone.
A teacher used to do that.
I used to do that.
And they set up a prank for this teacher, and it went viral, where one of them answered it and it pretended it was a call from the pregnancy clinic, and that she was like 14 and found out she was pregnant and her life was ruined. And she was all upset about it. And then the teacher was like, I am so sorry. And they got off the phone. They all just burst out laughing, and he nearly about had a heart attack.
It would be quite amusing.
I like that.
So, is it okay to call e-liquid oils?
Absolutely not. And I'm going, guys.
bollocks?
I'll see you later. Love you all.
See you later, Chris.
Bye,
Bye.
Chris.
Bye.
Keep minding your wheels tonight.
Make sure your car doesn't end up on bricks in the morning.
I don't have a car.
I got stolen last week. See you later.
I should drive a tipper.
Is it acceptable to call e-liquid oils?
No. Well,
I get a lot in the shop. I still get people coming in asking for oils.
Is it acceptable in what sense? Because surely it doesn't actually matter what people are calling it. Really? I mean, it does grind my gears, don't get me wrong, but surely it doesn't actually matter whether they're calling it e-juice, e-liquid, oils, whatever, if they're vaping it.
You see, I know a lot of people that don't like it being called juice.
yeah, that's a juice does make it because juice over here is that.
Yeah, but e-juice is different, isn't it?
Oh, but you don't call it e-juice, do you? It's like, oh, what juice have you got? And I'm horrendous for doing it. I call it juice all the time, and I blame listening to. I blame listening to the American podcasts and the American videos, because the Americans call it juice all the time, and I reckon that's where I've got it from. But technically over here it's liquid, isn't it?
You see, I call it juice.
You call it juice?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't refer to it as oil,
No.
but
You see, what irritates me, I think, with the oil thing is that we used to get a lot of people referring to CBD and stuff like that as either weed oil or CBD oil or...
Yeah.
But CBD oil is different, and you really don't want to be putting that in a vaporizer.
no.
Because that just wouldn't work. Because you can buy CBD oil, can't you?
Do you not tend to find it's the older generation who call it oil?
Yes.
And it tends to be the people who are vaping at sort of 12, 18 milligram mouth to lung setup in a pen style, ego pen style, or a starter kit, and they're doing it to keep them off the fag. So does it matter?
No, it was just something I picked up on earlier. Someone posted a status saying, "Is it cool to call e-liquid oils?"
It's not cool, but then it's okay. It's not cool as in, yeah, I'm cool, but it's okay.
Where did the oils come from?
Because it's quite oily, I suppose. I don't know.
Well, let's be honest. Let me hang on. Let me share my screen.
This will
Right,
be
where
fun.
is it? Yeah.
With his new computer.
With my new computer. Yeah, look, I can do shit like this. Look at this.
Yeah, look.
There you go. Whoops. Back again. Yeah, look at that.
Let me show
There
you.
we go. This is a shop in Barnsley.
Have we done this before?
Yeah, I have shown this
Recognise
before.
that shop.
Yeah, I have shown that before.
E-oils.
E-oils and oils, £2 a piece or 6 for a tenner. Thrifty e-cig oils.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you seen what else is in the shop window? Look?
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Yeah, you've got wash powder and fabric softener. But there we go.
You can see the reflection of the Google car as well.
Yeah, you can.
It also looks like a shop that's closed down.
That's still there, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Last time I went past, it was still open.
Okay.
But it was kind of like a pound, a private Poundland kind of shop where it's got all the real cheap stuff in.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no, oils is a thing.
Simon's just said, would you rather put oil or juice into your body? Juice is healthy, oil is unhealthy. Oil comes from Halfords, not a vape shop.
Okay.
Well,
Extra virgin olive oil.
you buy body oil for after your bath. Baby oil.
Sunflower oil.
Yeah.
Baby oil before you strip.
Bulbous oil. That's inhaled.
Mark, I've got this horrible image now of you and baby oil. It just won't go out of my head.
Shall we go for the whole?
No! Easy!
We'll just go over it. Stop.
Keith just said, trouble is, China mods and artists still call it oil in the instructions, or maybe that's it.
Yeah, I think originally the reason it was called oil was because of that. I think it was really bad Chinglish, and they called it oil, and it just kind of stuck.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, there's some juices that some juice lines have kind of just gone with it, and gone with vape oil, toasted oil. Yes, and why not a keener oil? Yeah, why? It's just a name, isn't it? But it does give it the image of something that's greasy and sticky and
not good for you.
Bad for you, yeah, because you fry your chips in oil and it's all greasy and fatty and But if you do get juice on your hands, you've got that oily texture, haven't you?
Yeah.
You can't get round it. It's an oily, icky feeling on your hands. Juice on your hands, you've got that oily.
I can hear someone talking now.
That's all right. It's just because I just started up YouTube on my phone so I can have chat.
Oh, I was being possessed or something.
I haven't had chat open. I've been busy. Sorry. I'll have chat.
You do know you can split screen it. I've got the top half of my screen is the YouTube and my bottom half's got the chat in it.
Yeah, I've just got it so as everything's working.
So you're not gonna fuck about with it, are you?
No.
If it ain't broke, don't touch it.
Exactly. No, I don't see any real issue with calling it oil. But I would never call it oil. And there is always a bit of a running joke when someone comes in and goes, I need 3 oils, please. And the people who work in the vape shop go, you want Halfords, mate. But
see, I don't correct.
Hey, you just what flavour do you want?
I think that's just twattish to correct, isn't it?
It's almost taking the piss, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you don't want them to think twat and not come back in the shop again.
I'm not playing with chat because no one's talking. Badger was the last person to comment.
I can't see a comment from you, mate. So how can you have a go with chat if you don't put something in it?
No. No one was commenting, so I'll just close it.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'd rather concentrate on what you two lovely gentlemen are saying rather than what they're talking about. You can fill me in if there's anything important. I've got mods to play with in front of me. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, it could be deemed as twattish to come back with it, but then it can also lead to an education. You know, I have heard people go, "Well, what do you mean?" And then they've turned around and said, "Well, it's not oil. It's these are the component parts, and it's e-juice or it's e-liquid." It's like we did a podcast not so long back with Dan Goodchild. And he's had people come in asking about coils. And they've called them coils so many different ways.
Filters,
Coils, burners.
Yeah.
The one guy comes and asks for spark plugs.
Yeah, he always calls them spark plugs. It's kind of like a running joke with him. He just comes, he knows it's wrong, but he comes in and asks for it and calls them spark plugs. Why not?
So does it really matter?
No.
I mean, at the end of the day, as long as it's keeping people off the fags, knock yourself out. You know, as long as they don't try and vape baby oil, then you're all good.
Well, I mean, you just kind of, there's cigarettes aren't just, we don't insist they're called cigarettes, do we? Fags, tabs, whatever. I'm now trying to think of another slang word for cigarette, but, you know.
Smokes.
Well, yeah. Typically say I'm going out for a fag, because that's what I used to say.
Yeah, fag break. Yeah, just having a fag break.
Yeah, it is what it is, you know.
What's wrong with Jimmy's maths?
What's wrong with maths?
I don't know.
Jimmy's math is shit. Check the podcasts out. Okay.
No idea. Oily rag. Yeah.
I'll go for an oily. Oilies. Yeah. I remember that one.
Why is my math shit? I want to know my math shit.
Don't know. Don't worry about it.
Who said it?
No one.
Oh.
No one. It's because you're not watching. You're not watching chat, so you know. Fine. It's just for us.
Fuck it, I'm going on chat again. I'll have you bastards. I'll call your names out. I don't give a shit.
I like that. The coils are called springs. Yeah.
Springs,
they do kind of look like springs, to be fair.
Badger, why is my math shit? And it's maths. Just saying.
Oh, so I'm going to stick with juice, to be fair.
Training myself to say going for a nick hit. Well, that could work.
I just say I'm going for a vape. I don't.
Yeah,
whether I'm in my shop, whether I'm in the shop, the office, or at home, I vape where I am. So I don't.
Yeah, I got a bollocking the other week, didn't I? Because I still say I'm just going for a fag break, even though I haven't had a fag for 8 years.
I think I used to say I'm going out for a burn. I did used to say I would rag when I was around a lot of Londoners.
You see, burn for us was like, give us a suck on that. Sort of gives a burn.
Yeah. Gives a burn. Yeah.
Oh, we've got 2 Chandlers now.
We do have 2 Chandlers.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, apparently I've added to hang out toolbox. That's quite good because I'm over here.
No, it's like the old. It's like the old podcast. He's talking to himself.
Ah.
One of them's Leslie.
Oh man, that's weird. Yeah, no, I just suddenly got a screen that said error 32. I'm like, okay, as if you're supposed to know what error 32 is. It said error 32. Try again.
What were you doing?
I don't know. I was talking to you, and it suddenly just went error 32, and I had to come back in again.
Do both of you guys use vape shops?
Yeah.
Okay, not so much, to be fair. Occasionally, yeah. Now and again, I'll go into a vape shop. I don't use any specifically. Mainly, I buy shit over the internet.
I can be found in a vape shop every now and again.
This was going to be my question. Sort of, I know you buy a lot of shit online now. You're probably going to get a lot better prices online. But what's the future of vape shops?
It's interesting. I'm one. Is it orange? I'm wondering whether vape shops are going to, what with Asda that we were talking about last week. I'm wondering whether you're going to get mini vape shops behind the counters in. Well, you already have got mini vape shops behind the counters in garages. It's going to spread. You're going to get companies trying to push their brand, and you'll get people going for specific flavors and brands that they can buy where they used to buy the fags.
I disagree with that completely. I wouldn't say you've got a mini vape shop behind the counter at a petrol station the same way as I wouldn't say you've got a mini pharmacy behind the counter at a petrol station or a mini off license behind the counter of a petrol station. I would say that there's going to become more brands pushing behind those sorts of places and supermarkets. But I think most people will still go to a vape shop.
It depends. I've seen a couple of shops, a couple of garages. There's a garage at you'll know where it is. You know, on the A17 going the A17 at Sleaford, that weird roundabout. You know what I mean? There's a McDonald's there. If you go past the McDonald's, there's a garage on your right. If you go in there, they've got a Totally Wicked franchise. Yeah. On the wall behind the counter in the garage. It's not just a few blue or whatever brand it happens to be. They've got, or they had. I haven't been in there for a while, but they had. Again, it's Totally Wicked, but yeah.
But that's a business thing. That's the person who owns that, which is obviously a franchise fuel station of some description, or a privately owned company who is expanding into a different market because they can see that's a market that's taking off. Now, that's not a bad thing. No. That just means there's more convenience out there for people. You know, if there was a very good vape shop open near that, there'd be no market for them. Or the market would be very limited for them.
I mean, I know what Sleaford's like. Probably, and at the point when I saw it, because it was a year or two back, there probably wasn't. There probably is now. But at that point, there wouldn't have been. They would have been the vape shop.
It's the same as the VIP stands that pop up everywhere. I mean, we've had it in Wisbech. Wisbech isn't a big town. But yet there were three vape shops that had opened up. One of them was a independently owned shop that's now been around for 5 or 6 years now. There's a franchised, or there's a chain store, and there was another shop that opened up. It lasted about 12 months, I think. No, it didn't even last that. Yeah, it did last that. Because he came in just before TPD. And the small independent's gone, and they then opened up a VIP when there was the 3 shops there, and there was the VIP stall, and they were right in the middle of the very busy market high street.
Were they actually a shop?
No, it was one of those little little trailers that turns up, but it was there all the time. It was all locked up, and all the rest outside boots and
outside in the marketplace.
It was down Horse Fair.
Oh right, okay. So it was in the middle of the
Horse Fair, which is a pedestrian-only zone. It was sat there, but people didn't used to go there. They used to go to a vape shop that they knew stocked a wide variety of stuff. They could get all the coils they could ever want. They could get all the knowledge. They could get as many juices as they want of varying stuff. So don't really think that putting a couple of brands into a massive chain shop like the Asda thing you was talking about, or the petrol station scenario, I don't really think that's going to have a massive effect.
My question on this was at the weekend. I did a shift over the weekend, and I had a customer walk in and says, "You're right, bruv. I need a 0.4 Cleto coil." That's not a problem, mate. Grabbed him one, hand it over. I'll be £4, please, mate. £4. I can get that for 12 pence online.
12 pence? Where the hell from?
I'm being facetious.
Okay, fair enough.
Even if it was £2.
Hmm?
Even if it was £2.
Yeah. So, and I'd actually got another customer in with me. He walked out, said he was going to get it online.
Okay.
And we got talking in the shop, and it makes you wonder. You know, obviously with the likes of Amazon and eBay and everything else, you know, it is an online market, and you know, cheap overheads and everything else. How many shops do we think are being put out of business because of online sales? And we're all guilty of it. We'll all order online.
I would say probably none. And the reason I say that is because when we've all been vaping long enough that we were vaping before any bricks and mortars, or at least I think we are. I was vaping before bricks and mortars, and the only way you could get your e-cigs was online. So initially, it was only online that you could get it in the first place.
Mm.
And the vape shops have come out of that. So obviously it was a need, because if you can't say that vape shops are going to be killed off by the internet trade if the vape shops have come from the internet trade. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, I actually, when I started with Mirage, the reason I went to Mirage to get my vape gear was because they were based in Sheffield, and Craig quite happily said, "Yeah, you can come to our." I can't call it a shop because it wasn't. It was a back room, storeroom, where he did all his online packaging. It was his warehouse, effectively. But I wanted an online shop I could walk into, a bricks and mortar rather, and they just didn't exist. So I don't think online is going to put bricks and mortar out.
I think it's the same as any industry, though. Really, I mean, if you take a jeweler's, for instance, I mean, you can buy jewelry online cheaper than you can buy it in a jeweler's shop. But you go into a jeweler's shop because you've got all the range there that you can look at. You've got all the touchy-feeliness of it, and it's instant. It's a case of, I want to buy that necklace. There's my money. Thank you very much. And you walk out with the necklace. The customer you had who came in for a coil, who said that, you know, oh, I can get it half price online. Great. But then you've got to wait 2 days for it to turn up. You know, your coil's obviously gone. That's your choice.
We used to have to wait a hell of a lot longer than 2 days. It seems to be only recently that, and I would say in the past couple of years, where we suddenly expect to order something and get it the next day. Before the bricks and mortars, you would order something, and if you were lucky, it was based in the UK and it would come in 3 to 5 working days. Or if you were unlucky, it came from China and you got it in 3 to 5 weeks.
My first ever vape was a Jack Vapor, and it was a C4 style pen. And that came in a case with all the bits and pieces and so many bottles of juice and stuff. And that was ordered through a newspaper cutout.
Proper mail order.
Yeah.
Is it me, or when Chandler speaks, is he not popping up on screen?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Am I not?
No.
No.
Okay.
I'm just looking at Mark. That's all I've got.
No, all I'm looking at is myself.
And obviously, when I speak, I don't usually pop up on screen anyway, on my end. So
if you're looking at yourself, are you presenting yourself?
I'm not. I've only got the. I never see myself in the big window. I only ever see you two guys.
You see, when you're broadcasting it, whoever pops up. So when I talk, I pop up, but when you're not presenting it, it doesn't.
Okay, you having to click on the button all the time?
No, but I pop up when I speak on mine.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. No, I don't pop up.
I love vape shots because I can get vape chats, get with some pros. Evening, Mark. I now notice that the price is not all that different.
It isn't
You're
really.
going to have someone online who can do it for next to nothing. Of course you are, because they want to take all the custom. Because even if they're only making pence per item, if they can do enough of it, they're still gonna churn out a business.
But this was my point. You know, when pardon?
When I bought that,
The authenticity guarantee. When did you come back?
when I bought that, I actually went for a vape shop, and I probably paid I probably paid about £6. Sorry, it's just my X Cube Mini.
Okay.
But yeah, when I was looking to buy one of those, I specifically found a local shop that I could go and get my hands on it, and I probably paid £6 to £10 more than I needed to. I could have bought it online a little bit cheaper, but I wanted to go in a shop and go, can I see it? Let's have a look. Yeah, I do want that, and hand over my money and take it out with me. Whereas if you've got that when you buy it online and you get it and you suddenly think, fuck, that's about half the size that it looks on screen, and you may not have. And you kind of go, yeah, no, actually, that's shite. How many times have you bought something off online and you've got it and gone, yeah, that's not quite what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I do buy a lot from my local. I buy a lot from all over the UK. If I'm honest, me and the wife went to Yarmouth obviously at the weekend. We went into a vape shop. I bought a bottle of juice whilst I was in there. I got bored of the flavour that was in my Dacus Flask, and I just changed it out in the shop, and the guy in there was very good. I did that. When I wanted a 2-battery mod, and I decided that this was the one, the WYE. I went into the local shop and decided that I was going to try all the different mods out, and see what felt better in the hand. That was
Whereas I have a tendency to have a look around and go, right, what is it that I want, and I end up focusing on something. So yeah, I've used this. I've used the Gaia, and really like that. So the next thing I thought, right, I like vaping single coil. So I've been thinking, right, I want single coil. So I've looked at the Pindad that you can use. You can use that single coil. I've looked at the Flave 22 tank. Is that the
D-Pro?
That's the D-Pro. It's not an RDTA though, is it?
No, do you want RDTA?
Yeah, because you've got one. You've got the Nixon, haven't you?
I have got a Nixon.
Yeah, that's a single coil. So I've been looking at those, and there's the new Ogeny V2 that's come out.
Have you not tried the Nixon?
I haven't tried the Nixon as yet.
I'll send you a Nixon.
You're not getting on with it?
Yeah, it's all right. It's okay, but it's not in my regular rotation. I did promise the guy that sent it over to me that if it's not, then I'll send it on. So I'll send it on to you and see what you reckon.
When I've kind of narrowed it down, the chances are I will not be able to go into a shop and go, and they will have an Ogeny, a Nixon, a Pindad, and whatever was the other one that I said. They won't have all of them in the shop. So I tend to go, right, well, which one do I want? Have a look online, see how much they are, and find the best deal that I can out of the multitude of. I've got no loyalty to an online shop whatsoever. I will order from. I'll be more drawn to a shop if I've to a website if I've used them before. But if I see it at a better price somewhere else, it'll be like, oh, we'll give them a go.
See, I've got that mod that came in from the same shop as that mod and that Atty. And we went in the other day and bought my wife a Berserker RTA and a P80 because she liked the feel of it. And we sat it there, and in the shop we got the black one of these, and we sat it on top of the P80, and we screwed it on, and she liked the look of that. And they had some funky drip tips in there, so we tried that on top. Oh yeah, got the whole setup that she wanted, that felt right in her hand, and then we just bought it.
Yeah.
And we bought some coils for her gem kit, and I bought some juice, and I bought some juice for her and some juice for me whilst we're in there at the same time. So you can't really do that. Well, you can't do that online. You can't do a sitting there and figuring it all out and basically creating a setup from nothing.
No, I agree with that, and more often than not, and yeah, internet buying, as can be proven, can sometimes be a complete fucking nightmare.
Really? What's that? That's a nice
Yeah.
goblet.
That was, yeah, it's great that way out.
Is that a new thing?
Chandler, this is quite awkward. Can you refresh and just see if you do them pop up when you speak?
He's completely
Yes.
that's all I've got on my screen, Mark.
What?
Is Chuck now. I haven't got you at all. No, I've got you.
And now he's gone.
Yeah, he's just refreshing probably. He's backing out and coming back in.
So you don't think that online sales necessarily impact on shops?
I think that there'll be a slight impact, but I think if the sales staff know how to sell in that way, I mean, there's going to be some customers you're not going to help regardless because they just want everything the cheapest. You tend to find they come from like Yorkshire area.
Yeah.
You know, they just want everything for nothing. But no, I don't think it really affects because you can't get everything in one place. And you can't, like I say, the Mrs. setup that she got, we literally sat there and we built it from the ground up in the shop before we spent a penny. And we sat there and we played with it. And it was like, right, what juice do you want to go into it? Let's go grab it. Blah, 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 blah. And we all done in one hit. You don't.
You'd sooner go into a bricks and mortar.
Yeah. When I was choosing, I wanted a dual battery, dual 18650 mod. I didn't know what I wanted, but I wanted a dual 18650 mod. I walked in, I felt them all. That's what I walked out with. I wanted a new Squonker. I'd heard lots about the Luxotic. I went in, I looked at all the colours that they had in the shop there and then, and that's what I walked out with. You don't get that online. No matter how good a photo you take or whatever, you don't get that feel. I mean,
No, and sometimes, and like for example, you know the SQ squonks.
Mm-hmm.
The SQ squonks look amazing, and I've gone, yeah, I want one of them. That will fit nicely in my hand. It's got that grip for your fingers, and we saw them at Vape Jam, and they are tiny. They are way smaller than they look online. They look a whole lot bigger.
This is the sort of thing that you get off on then.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's in my hand.
Oh my god. Yeah, in your bear paws, that's huge. What is that?
Sunbox.
All right.
Is Chandler popping up on your screen now, Mark?
No.
No, not on mine either.
No. I can't do open normal me. In chat, okay, in chat, let us know if I'm actually popping up whenever I talk. That would kind of help.
Am I popping up when I talk? This is the next question.
Yes.
Oh, that's all right then. Chandler, no one cares.
Mark's just said, I'd buy more gear from B&M's, but they don't stock the stuff I like. If I was to buy something from a shop, it'd be a pod system for trains and shit, or the Luxotic. That's about it. I think the difference is, Mark, I'll just stab myself. You're very much what I consider to be a high-end vapor. You know, a lot of the stuff that you buy a lot of the stuff that you enjoy to use isn't stuff you get from a bricks and mortar. You can literally only buy it from the modder or from a particular list or something like that.
See, that's the other camp for me. I mean, I'm sat here with, I've got 4 custom mods sitting around me that are all one-offs or UK manufactured, and they're not in shops.
Yeah.
You can't get them in shops. I'm probably on the weird side of this because I'll spend as much as you like on this bit, but I don't really care about that so much.
You see, I'm the opposite.
You see, I don't. I've tried a Hadley.
Have you tried one of those?
Can't see it, mate. Sorry,
It's...
too small a picture. As long as I get the flavour I want out of it, it doesn't really matter. And I honestly haven't found anything that does as much on a single coil build as the D-Pro. The D-Pro Atty is like 25, 30 quid, and it's an amazing Atty. The Wasp Nano. I've got 2 Wasp Nanos sat downstairs. One of them was on my Bonner for God knows how long.
You can get them for $12.99.
Exactly. And they're flavoursome as anything. I don't have to join a queue for them. I don't have to spend 150 quid and then hope that I'm going to like the flavour of it. Oh, 15 quid. I'll buy myself one in the shop, build it, wick it. Oh, that was good. Or build it, wick it. No, it wasn't so great. I'll put it to one side. It's not a biggie, is it?
You see, with the higher end stuff, you know, if you buy it and you don't like it, you ain't going to lose anything on it.
Well,
no.
It depends how you look at it, because you've then got to go through the rigmarole of selling it and finding somewhere to sell it. I haven't got that in many high end mods, high end daties, to be honest. But yeah, trying to thinking, right, well, where am I going to sell it?
I've never sold anything high end. Never sold any of my high end mods. I gave one away in a raffle, but I've never sold one. I don't think I ever would.
I'm the same. I've got no end of high end stuff I just do not use, but I very rarely sell them.
Chandler's had the benefit of actually coming to my house when we went to jam, and he's seen all my high end stuff that sits about. I don't think you physically could use it in one day.
No,
I think you'd seriously struggle. But
it's the sort of your high end stuff. You want to set it up, because I mean, if you set something up, vape on it a bit, and then leave it, when you come back to it, you're like, well, that will need re-wicking, or you want to re-wick it or rebuild it anyway. So you kind of pick something and go, right, that's what I'm going to be using, get it all set up, and you use it for a week or so. Or I do anyway. That's how I tend to go.
I think I'd also be a bit scared of buying a high-end Atty now, if I'm honest.
It's that.
Because if I went and bought a Haku and built it all the same way as I do my D-Pro, for instance, and the flavour was either no better or worse than the D-Pro, I think I'd be very disappointed.
But use is something that not so many people have got.
Right.
Does that not bother you?
No. I've got stuff that not many people have got.
And do you respect them more than the stuff that... Do you appreciate them more than the...
Yeah. I appreciate every one of my English-made mods because... I would say 90% of my collection, 95% of my collection is one-off. And it's handcrafted and it's made by or designed by someone that I have a lot of admiration for and a lot of respect for. And you can see the craftsmanship in it. It's not a case of it's a Haku or a Hadley or any of these Atties they are still made on machines. They are still CNC. They are still
Probably being spat out to China.
Some of them probably are. They probably are. But the stuff that I appreciate and I cherish, and I think it is that word. I think it is cherish, if I'm honest. Is the one-off, is the custom, is the craftsmanship that goes into stuff, and big on British because, and if you listen to the podcast, you'll know I'm so big on British because there's that much cottage industry coming out of the UK, and we are known for it the world over now. We are the people at the forefront of all this.
Yeah,
we really are, and I love it.
Yeah, I would say that that my high end mods are my mods, Atties, my Entheon, which I love. I think that's fabulous. I know that's not particularly high end. It's 50 quid, but recoil and the alpha.
Alpha, that's my high end.
Yeah, and again, that's around about the 50 quid mark. And I'd probably say the other one would be my Mirage Mech Tube, which I would call high end, but the Atty came with the Mech mod, but they were retailing 175, so I would kind of think that was relatively high end. But
I have two.
I love the Entheon. The Entheon's fabulous, but like you say, I prefer it to the Wasp because it's a single coil build. I wouldn't say that the Entheon was 60 quid, worth 60 quid more. You could buy like five of the Wasps for one Entheon. Yeah. But if I was given the option, I would buy one Entheon, and if I could only have one, that would be the one that I would buy.
See, I have two high-end Atties, and this will prove my point more than anything. One of them is the Alpha, and one of them is the Pandora.
How much does the Pandora retail for? I don't know. Mark, you'll know. V2.
50 quid.
50 quid. That's middle to high end. Yeah.
But they are both of my higher end Atties that I own, and they're both British designed.
Mm.
And it's not necessarily because of what they are and what they do, because as you've seen my hand check tonight, what I'm vaping on, neither of those feature in it. But they're still about, they're still coiled, they're still wicked up, they're still ready to go on different mods that are downstairs on full English setups because of the people who designed them.
Schwartzy's just posted, Entheon is average, Flav 22 pisses all over it. And that's that kind of illustrates my point, because I've seen people saying Flav 22, yeah, it's good, it's a really good Atty. And then and in the same post, yeah, but, and someone else says something they don't like about it, and I'm like going, yeah, well, if that Flav was around about the 30 to 50 quid mark, I'd give it a go. But the Flav 22's just over the 100 quid mark. I know the Flav 22 tank that I was looking at is I've seen it at 119, and that's a considered purchase, isn't it? You know, it's not just 30 quid. You can just go, yeah, it's 30 quid. Go for it. If I don't like it, what's that? A takeaway. 120 quid. Yeah.
Mark, do you sell high end Atties in the shop?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you sell more high end or more what I would class as budget Atties?
In store or online?
In store. On under 35.
Yeah, definitely more of the middle class, the middle of the range. Sorry, not middle class, middle of the range. sort of
Sort of
affordable.
20 to 35 quid.
20 to 40 quid, yeah.
Yeah. So you sell more of those than you do high-end stuff?
Yeah.
Online?
More high-end.
So high-end buyers are obviously going online because they know what they want to buy, because probably due to hype more than most stuff. Hype doesn't really affect people in shop because they see it, they like it, they buy it.
Yeah.
Whereas people will find out a deal on a high-end Atty that's been hyped to hell, and
I think also, this is also done. Also affected by the accessory market. So you've got like the bell caps that you can get. They always make the bell caps for the high end. For the this is a Hadley, this is a Soul S cap, this is a Flav 22 cap, and people are seeing these glass caps. Oh yeah, that'd be great. That look So they've got to get. So they feel that they've got to have a high end mod to get a glass bell cap.
Yeah.
You don't do, I've never seen someone go, oh yeah, here's a glass bell cap for the, a high end, 50 quid glass bell cap for a Wasp Nano.
No, but you don't need to with the Wasp Nano because they do it in a frosted glass,
Yeah,
clear.
but you know what I mean. You could have a. If you had the bell cap, it would look very similar to a Soul X with a bell cap on or something or whatever.
You see, Mark's just said the Haku was one of the worst hype tatties ever. It was complete garbage, but I really, really, really liked the Haku, and I know Mark really likes the armor, and I hated the armor. I think it's.
And Ian Schwartz has almost posted the exact opposite at pretty much the same time.
Yeah,
the hype was really terrible for the Haku, but it was a good RDA.
For me, the Haku is right up there as one of my favourite RDAs of all time. Up there with the Kennedy, up there with, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know the Kennedy and the Haku are worlds apart, but he says looking around, the Goon was a damn good RDA. It was
Goon or Goon LP.
No, the LP was an absolute sack of shit.
Exactly, and there's people out there that
the Goon was spot on, and that's probably the best part of 2 years old, however long ago they were released. And it was good. It was different. It was unique. It was, something different.
But there's people out there that prefer the LP.
Yeah, they're wrong. They're completely wrong.
but they're wrong in your opinion. And this is the thing. If we were to ask absolutely everybody in chat what ID coils they use, the type of material they use, how much cotton they use, what juices they use, and how close they have the coil to the airflow, how they build, everybody builds differently. So it's how you build on a certain Atty.
And it doesn't matter whether it's high end or low end. There'll be some people that think the Wasp is a big bag of shit.
There will be. Yeah.
The Wasp is not a bag of shit. I hate the Soul. I hate Soul. The
Umia Nano. Wasp Nano.
What were you just talking about? Which
Wasp?
What's the horrible piss-coloured one?
The Wasp.
Yeah, I fucking hate the Wasp.
See, I don't like the piss-coloured one necessarily, but I have got an Alton one. I've got a clear one.
The Soul. I got this at Fest last year, and I hate it. I hate the flavour on it. I think it's just absolutely gash. And it spent more time sat on my desk doing nothing than it has. I've used it 2 or 3 times. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But there's a lot of people rave about it. A lot of people say, oh, it's really good. I think it's shit. Maybe my builds, but
when you're talking about something that is non-stock coil and you have to build the coil yourself, it depends on how you build, and that's the thing. It's finding an atomizer that goes with the way you build, and that's when you're going to get the perfect vape out of it. And
I've got a feeling,
this is shit and this is good, is because we all build differently.
I've got a feeling if I go for the Haku, I mean, in here I've got nichrome Claptons, the resistance comes to 0.3, dual coil 0.3. If I tried building that in a Haku, it probably wouldn't like it.
You see, my Haku, I run 2.5 mil full N80 26 fuse 38 40 something like that, 5 wraps, and it's nice. No, Mark, it doesn't. 2040. I run 2640, 5 wrap, 2.5 mil.
Okay.
There's nothing bling about that coil. It's just, hang on, where is it? Oh no, that's another one. The Odis. A lot of people rave about it. I hate it. It spent its entire life in its
little pot,
in its pouch,
or on the floor.
And the flavor cap with it, I just think it'll go back on the bed and it'll sit there forever and a day.
You see,
what was I looking for? I was looking for the Haku, wasn't I? Hang on.
I tend to build with stainless steel, flat wire. I build
that for the ramp up, or
no, I just like the way it vapes. I've got different gauges for different atties, but I tend to run stainless steel flat.
I think that is all down to it's like when we smoked, you had a particular brand, and you got used to your brand, and it's exactly the same with vaping. You end up buying or getting a wire, and I've got I like twisted nichrome Clapton twisted.
I think that's what was in your atty when you was at the fest.
Yeah.
And
Jam, no, at Fest, yeah, I got some Claptons.
Your coil burnt out to shit, and I had all of my stuff with me, and I went, "Giz it here," and I literally went to the back of the van, pulled out my kit. I didn't use gnome reader or anything like that. I just built what I would normally build for that style of atty, popped it in. Yeah. It was a spaced 25 gauge, spaced 21 gauge flat wire build that I put in there. You popped it straight on your mod, scronked it up, fired away on it, and went, fucking hell. And it was like a whole new thing because it is a different build. It's a different way of building.
Yeah. And for example, when I got the Vulcan 1, the coilologist had put in the aliens, and those aliens were fabulous. I love those aliens. They lasted me. I vaped them until they were just completely gunked up. But again, it was a different style. They were a hotter build. You get used to what you like, and I just reverted back to what I know, I suppose.
What you feel safe with.
Yeah, and that kind of build suits the Entheon down to the ground.
See, I'm not the type of guy. I don't like a particular. I know what I like in any particular build. Right here in front of me, 24 fuse 40. Christ Almighty, 21 round wire. 5 wrap, 3 core aliens. Little macro coils for series.
Yeah, well, I have a tendency to I'll use my Daedalus and I'll make 10 foot of wire and go buff. There I am. That's me done. And then I will use that wire until I've run out, and then I'll make some more.
You see, I tend to use different builds for different things, because on a tank, most of you know, I use the 0.7 coil. That's nearly bone dry. 0.7 coil. I'm a Nautilus, and I run that because I like a bit of warmth on my lips. On this, 33 watts at 0.3 single coil, but I build it like that because I like a bit of warmth.
Yeah,
just a bit of warmth. I don't want third-degree burns on my lips, but I like a bit of warmth because I used to smoke cigarettes that hard. The filter got warm.
Yeah.
And everything I use has got to have a bit of warmth behind it.
I think that's probably one of the reasons why I use stainless, because I do like the warmth, and I can build a decent sized coil with the warmth and not go too high in resistance. I tend to like on this comes out at 0.16. It's safe. It comes out very nicely on a mech. It's got warmth to it. It's not too airy. The Atty is not too airy. I even close the airflow down. Don't know if you can see it on there. The airflow is closed down by half.
Yeah.
So it is warm. There's not too much cold air getting through.
Can I just question Simon? Since the Squonk revelation, I have not touched a tank nor a dripper. What fucking atomizers are you using?
Pods.
Pods in a Squonker?
No, can't be.
Well, I think he means he doesn't drip into the, because you can, the majority of squonking atties are convertible from drippers to squonkers. I think he means he hasn't dripped into it. He literally just squonks. Yeah, I was the same, and I'm only just rediscovering tanks, and I don't know, does that count an RDTA that you squonk it to fill it? Because that is, I honestly expected, because this was dual coil, and I don't do dual coils. I expected to hate this.
Suburb Soldier, same. Can't remember the last time I used one of my tube mechs. Hang on a minute, I'm pretty sure he's sponsored by Rig. Shouldn't publicly be saying that, should you, Chris? But saying that, look at Ollie. You know, he's sponsored by SOI, but yet he, 100% of the time, he has got a squonker in his hand.
Yeah.
It is, and you go through, yes, she says. But yeah, you don't just, I like mechs. I just don't use them. It's not something I would carry around.
You do?
I wouldn't. I have taken my Mirage mech mod, but I've usually put a tank on top if I'm going to work.
Oh, you mean mech tube?
I mean mech tubes. Sorry, a mech tube. It's not something I would carry around. It would be something that I would have sat on the sofa watching telly.
Everyone's being pedantic tonight, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just at Chandler.
That's fine. I'm used to it.
You are.
Yeah.
At least.
There you go. If anyone's listening, Mark Ski is looking for a juice sponsor. So if anyone's watching or wants to send Mark a load of free shit, and he will post it all over his non-existent Instagram account and promote it on all the Facebook pages. Yeah.
Mark Ski?
Mark Elliott, yeah.
Yeah, you can't send Mark Ski fuck all. He drops off tables.
He's never going to live
We're
up.
never going to let him forget that, are we?
Definitely fucking not.
No.
It wasn't even an hour old.
Whose mod was it? Rick's. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. It was good. That was a mech tube. There was no Goon LP on top. Yeah, no Goon 1.5 on it. That's fine. No, it's an interesting one.
It is, and I think this is the thing. I think, and it's also why we have the bloody hand checks at the very beginning, isn't it? Because invariably, I mean, mouth to lung. Yeah, I've put it down. Mouth to lung, squonker, tank. They were my 3 hand checks. 3 completely different ways of vaping.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone back into MTL after 3 years of direct lung and nothing but. and I'm actually enjoying it, if I'm honest.
I mean, I was mouth to lung. I was nothing but I was basically Phil Basado's love child until about 18 months back. Nothing. It would just be mouth to lung, and I'm like, whoa, lung hits. What? I'd had a Kanga sub tank and I tried a TFV4 and didn't get it at all. And it wasn't until I bought the recoil when I went to my first expo that I really kind of went, ah. And then it was direct to lung ever since. And yeah, I mouth to lung in the car. But other than that, it's clouds, bro.
I've started mouth to lung an awful lot more. And now you've got cheaper MTL RDAs. You can whack them on top of a squonker and love it. You know, I've got the benefit of both worlds because I love my squonking.
One of the things I've just spotted is Richard's just said, I prefer a mech tube to my squonkers and regulated. I own squonkers and they're a bit hit and miss for me. Now I find that I love mechanical squonkers, pure mechanical, none of this MOSFET shit. A pure mechanical squonker. The fetted ones don't do it for me. These, camera's moved again. These sort of things just
You moved it.
Just don't do it for me. What idea is that?
I've noticed that everything tastes better on a mech squonker. And I love sorry Mike, but yeah, switch fet. I have noticed the difference between them.
I'll tell you what, Lindsay's just said that her favourite squonker of all time is actually yours, Chandler.
Awesome. Oh, excellent. Oh, I like you, Lindsay.
One thing she doesn't like about it is the way she presses it, and she's got nails. Oh, yeah, that's your hand. She's got these stupid talons, and obviously...
Oh, for the bottle.
For the bottle.
But the hole is big enough to get your nail in, isn't it?
No.
You can... No?
It's the fucking bottle.
The bottle's not strong enough.
You poke your nail through the bottle.
Oh, it's a badger. It was a Hadley, not a wasp. How can anyone tell hundreds of a volt is beyond me? Fets and mechs are the same to me. You see, I do notice the difference with the fet. I can tell the difference.
I can tell the difference between a switch fet and a pure mechanical. Do I prefer one to the other?
I do.
I depend. If you build it differently, I build my fets differently to I build my mechanicals. I build the coils differently. So the alpha is currently sitting on top of the barn downstairs. The coils in that are using a different gauge of stainless to the stainless that's on top of my mechanicals. So I've compensated basically for... There is a slight drop using a fet. There is. This is a fet. I've got the Luxottics are fet, and then I've got a fully regulated with the same ATI on top. And I'll be honest with you, I love them both. Exactly the same.
Like I say, it's each to their own, isn't it?
I just like the control on this, if I'm honest. And I love the mod.
You see, Mark, I had the Brahma Pro on the whichever one I got rid of. And the Bomber Pro, I found as though something was going on with it that battered battery. To me, the batteries didn't last as long on the Bomber Pro fet as a mechanical. Just my preference. I didn't like them.
Yeah, it's really weird. If you ask me what the difference is, I probably couldn't tell you, and I would revert to the stereotype of, well, the pure mech just hits like a train. You know, yeah, it is weird. It does seem to be a difference, and I'm quite happy, more than happy to use this daily. But if I'm gonna sit and enjoy a vape, I'll take that off and stick it on my mech box. Vets don't get as angry. Yeah, I don't know. Are they toned down a little bit?
I think it's the same as the disclaimer we have for juice when we do the juice review. Taste is subjective. I think vaping is very subjective. I think it's just a case of find something you like, find something you enjoy vaping on, find what suits you, atomizer, even down to batteries, and just enjoy it. It doesn't actually matter what you're vaping on, as long as you're enjoying it, and as long as it's doing what it should, as long as you're getting the flavor you enjoy. I don't really think it matters.
What's that?
No. I think that is half the fun of it. I think half the fun is we're constantly striving to find the ultimate setup, and to go, yeah, this is it. And then once you find something that's good, you try and find something that's just as good, in the hope that it's better.
No, see, I just thought I enjoy finding stuff that's different. I wouldn't say I prefer finding stuff that's better or worse. I just enjoy finding stuff that's different. And because what I vape first thing in the morning isn't necessarily the same thing as I'll be vaping last thing at night. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this many hand checks in front of us. We wouldn't, we'd be going, this is what I'm vaping on today. That's it. Because different moments take you for different things. You think, oh, I'll have a bit of that juice, or I'll have a bit of that. Oh, I fancy a mouth to lung hit. Oh, I fancy a direct lung hit. And you just do what you fucking enjoy. And no one can ever tell you that what you're doing is wrong. They can tell you it's fucking dangerous, but they can't tell you it's wrong. Because if you're enjoying it, and as long as you're being safe, who cares? You're right because it's the way you like to vape. At the end of the day, I know people who've tried to tell me that the fucking Peerless is a great atomizer. They're fucking wrong, but they're not, because if they're right, if they prefer that, then they're right. But in my opinion, they're fucking wrong.
Yeah, I again, opinions again.
It is. It's subjective. Everything about the vape industry is subjective. If it wasn't, there wouldn't be shows like this. If it wasn't, we'd all be vaping on one mod with one atty, with one set of coils, with one. There just wouldn't be any choice. And I'm so glad there is choice. I'm so glad there's choice of juice. I'm so glad there's choice of atomizers. And there's a whole world for you to go out and enjoy, rather than lights, straights, rollies, menthol,
cigars, snuff.
Yeah, okay. So let's go for 10 choices in that. How many choices have you got for just atomizers alone?
Are you telling me you've not? But again, you've got with that, you've got your cigarettes that you bought at the counter. I always used to go to the tobacconist, and that's the equivalent of going into a vape shop, because you're going in there and behind the counter they've got jars and jars and jars of vanilla, black cherry, light shag, dark shag. You got all your different tobaccos, and that is the equivalent. That's the vape shop equivalent in my head.
They do still taste of tobacco.
They do still taste of tobacco, but you've got there was nothing like a deep dark cherry pipe tobacco cut into a light shag so you could roll it. That was just
See, I used to prefer cigars. I used to go. Right. I'd have my normal cigarettes that I used to smoke. Richmond Super King menthols. I originally started on Craven A when I was 15 years old. And
my mates could always tell. They said, "Oh, I knew you were coming," because my daily smoke was vanilla vanilla tobacco, so you could smell. They said I can smell you coming.
That's an odd thing to say.
Well, yeah,
But
I know.
now you can have a different juice every day of the week, and
Yeah.
no one would know it was you when you commit all them rapes.
Thanks for that, Jim.
Right, guys, I think as we started on time, we're about on time finishing.
Hey, what's going on? Blimey, that's been a full 2-hour show.
It has.
You can't do that.
We have.
You can't start and finish at the right time. God,
I know. I'm such a dandy. Yeah, with my vanilla rollies.
You're a fucking old man, Mr. Chandler.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I remember proper tobacconists.
Come on, Mark. What was your brand of choice?
Before I used to get the dodgy ones.
Yep.
Mine were Richmond.
Richmond.
However, I started on what did I start on? Benson Hedges. My favourite was Embassy No. 1, but typically I'd smoke Richmond King Size.
See,
they came in a blue packet, but now it'd still be white or grey, whatever colour.
Yeah. Dark olive green, isn't it now? All the packets. Yeah, Badger's just said cigars. They high end. Yeah, I remember. Went into Vegas.
I used to spend a fortune on cigars.
Yeah, 50. I bought a $50 amaretto flavored cigar.
I used to go on to RF Lakenheath with an American mate of mine. I used to get all sorts of cigars, Swisher Sweets, and I used to be towards the latter end of my smoking days. I used to be big on cigars, and I used to go into the tobacconist, and I used to get proper cigars. And both of my elder sons, even though I was vaping when I had my second son, I still had a cigar when he was born, because it was just one. It wasn't a long-term smoker. But it was just a thing. But I started on Craven A, went on to Mayfair, wanted to give up smoking, so I thought, fuck it, I don't like menthols. I'll go on to Mayfair Menthol. And then 2 years later, I switched on to Richmond Super King Menthol. Another 3 years later, I finally gave up.
Yeah.
All this talk of tobacco making you
fancy a vape, actually.
Fancy a fag?
No, definitely
not at all.
No, I'm gonna have a little cheeky toot.
Yeah.
Do you never get days where you could just crush a beer?
We all get days.
Days where you just think, you know what, I'm just gonna pull one out and just. The difficult thing is, I don't actually own a lighter.
Where the hell did you find that from?
We've had it.
Packets from 3 years ago.
Oh my god! I actually because my wife still smokes. She couldn't light it in the wind, and she always used to get me to light her cigarettes if we were out and about. If if it was windy.
Mark, do me a favour. Just put that fag back in your gob, but hang it out the side again.
Are we screenshotted? Or?
No. Hang it outside. Now look straight at the camera. Totally wicked. No.
Yeah, but I did that. She asked me to light a cigarette for her, so I lit it, and obviously I just took a. You have to take a couple of puffs to light it, and it tasted foul. I didn't even after just taking a couple of puffs. It was like I have no desire to smoke the rest of that.
We're like a load of recovering alcoholics. We're addicts. We're addicts. You'll never get rid of that nicotine addiction.
And I'm gonna throw it out there just before we finish that I often wonder. This is going to be a topic for another discussion, I reckon. I often wonder that I'm using the I'm vaping to give up smoking is now a load of bollocks. I am vaping because I like it. It's got nothing to do with me smoking. Smoking's gone. That's history. I don't smoke anymore.
But you still use nicotine?
I am still using nicotine. I'm now addicted to these as much as I was to cigarettes. And is that a good or a bad thing? But I think that's a discussion for another time.
You're just going to pinch that and use it on your show, aren't you?
Yeah.
Mark, just discuss it in the next 2 weeks because we've actually got
We've got
Vape Expo coming up, and that's the next show. We've already recorded the one that comes out this Saturday, and then 2 Saturdays' time will be the Expo one, and then we'll have 2 weeks after that. So you got about 5 weeks really to have that discussion.
We've got plenty of time to get that one in before we're going to be able to shoehorn it into a podcast. It's going to be 6 weeks before we've got the next month's worth planned out already, haven't we?
Yeah, we recorded one the other night, and it's going to be quite good. We've got a nice little special guest on. If people, if people want to listen to a UK made podcast,
I wonder whether that juice that I was vaping was a little bit of a hint. Maybe.
Well, it depends if people were watching a certain vlog that was on yesterday or not.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, you're talking riddles, boys.
We do.
Thank you very much for joining us, folks. Thank you very much to Chris, who fucked off to eat the fridge. Thanks to Chandler. Thanks to Jimmy. And we will see you next Tuesday. Take care, guys.
Related podcast.
Bye-bye.
I can't find the damn button.